A heartbreaking moment as the daughter directly confronts her father, expressing deep emotional pain and betrayal. Her words highlight long-term trauma and make it clear this case goes far beyond just legal consequences.
I'm Elena Anna K. Carter.
Very good. All right. So now you can read your statement. And you got to read it loud for me, okay?
I'm supposed to be explaining how you deserve longer than 3 to 15 years, and you do deserve longer than that sentence. You don't deserve to only do 15 to lower in prison. You deserve way longer than that, and it kills me that you might not be able to get over. And it's not okay for this kind of sentence for someone who has physically, mentally, and emotionally abused me and my whole family for half my life. You have made me think that my life isn't worth living, and you deserve to live with that feeling for the rest of your life. I did love you before, but to now look you in the eyes and to think that I used to call you my dad is sad. In my opinion, this whole situation is, and I have to live with this feeling for the rest of my life because of you. So no, I don't think that you deserve 3 to 15 year sentence. You deserve longer than that, than the term you're supposed to serve. I want you to go to sleep at night and just know that you have ruined everything between your daughter and you. You will never be my dad again. And I'm sorry that this is the way I feel for you, but I don't know why I'm sorry. Many people have told me that I shouldn't feel sorry for you, but I am, and believe me, I hate feeling like this against you. But then once upon a time, you were my dad. You were my best friend, but you broke me, and I will never forgive you. I will never understand how you could do this to someone, but I will understand what, but I will never understand why. And that's the only thing I want to answer to is why. I would used to think that any relationship I got in, there would always be that one thought in the back of my mind. What if he's going to be just like my dad? And I pray that I will never find someone like you for me or anyone. No one deserves what you have done and put people through. So no, I don't believe that you get 3 to 15 years.
Thank you very much. Okay, ma'am, are you going to make a statement too, or?
I can make it for my other granddaughter.
Okay.
She doesn't want to speak. She's afraid.
Okay. All right. Can I have your name, please?
My name is Virginia Shuddy.
Okay.
Another victim's statement paints a disturbing picture of repeated abuse, fear, and manipulation. The courtroom atmosphere shifts as the severity and pattern of harm become undeniable.
And I'm speaking for Cheyenne Bleho.
Okay. It's okay.
She said that I think he belongs in prison because he hurt me. He always hit me and took advantage of me. I never trusted him from the start because he would always yell at me. He constantly told me things like I was a failure and I couldn't do anything right. I knew something was off about him, but I wasn't strong enough to say anything about it. He kept threatening me by saying he would put me in the hospital and tell my mom I had bad grades at school. He would always bribe me to do sexual things with him by giving me money or threatening to put me in the hospital. He forced me to do oral and anal sex to him. He would physically abuse me, emotionally abuse me, and verbally abuse me. He also used to slam me against the stairs to get his way with me. Anytime other adults were not at home, he took advantage of me. He would literally keep the door locked so I couldn't leave him and the other kids couldn't come into the room. He needs to be in prison for the rest of his life. He has ruined my life. His life should be ruined. There is no punishment that will make up for the way he treated me.
We have somebody else?
Our children and I were going through a very rough time as I was suffering from interstitial lung disease. My daughter and her cousins told us 2 months after he moved out of the house what he had been doing to them. He had threatened all of them that he would put them and all of the mothers in the hospital if they told anyone. After he found out what the girls had said and he refused to finish his polygraph, Sean fled to Florida, where he could not be extradited back to Michigan. Emotionally, I was already stressed out from my own condition, and that only made things worse for me as I learned that we were really living with a monster. He sexually abused his own daughter and my nieces, my sister's daughter, and his own siblings' children. I ended up having a bilateral lung transplant in July of last year. That alleviated some of the stress I was going through, but I'm still dealing with what my daughter and boys have been going through that I wasn't aware of at all. He had physically, mentally, and abused his sons in prior years while I was working, which I also found out about after or when he left. The children and I are getting help from psychiatrists. We will need help for the rest of our lives to cope with what Sean has done. I want Sean to get the maximum time for his crimes he has committed, where the kids can know that they are safe from any more harm that he can cause them. They will have time to heal and get closure, and they won't have to look over their shoulders for the time he is incarcerated. They will not be living in fear. They will be able to push forward in the future and have a chance for a wonderful life. Our children have all been bullied at school, and I was told that people made statements to all of the children that they deserved what their father did and they should kill themselves. All of our children have harmed themselves over what he has done. Emmeline and her brother Lucas Carter have spent some time at Cedar Creek Mental Facility, and her brother Wesley Carter spent some time at Havenwood Mental Facility.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anybody else? Step up to the podium, and what is your name, please?
Tanya Vallejo.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay, take a deep breath.
My child and my nieces have having to suffer and relive the things that have happened to them by someone who should have been a safe place for them. The guilt that I didn't know sooner and was unable to protect them from a monster. These children mustered up the courage to tell us about what happened only once they were sure they were safe from the threats of harm. In tears, they confided in us. The rage and pain that I felt for those little ones that have had their innocence shattered and their trust in people and family smashed to pieces. They will forever have to live with the actions of this monster, even if they somehow manage to learn to cope with it. Even with years of therapy, they will never forget. To watch your child cringe and recede from touches and hugs from people that they once trusted but now are unsure if it is safe is heartbreaking. To watch my child want to be anything but themselves because they feel vulnerable and weak. They feel worthless and broken to the point that I have had to talk them out of harming themselves more than once. To mend the damage done will take a lifetime. The fact that this person will be free again in their lifetime is sickening. He should suffer as these babies have. Every single one of them. Why should he have a future when theirs will always be plagued with the memories and the feelings of worthlessness? Being told by peers and others that they deserve to be abused or raped. He can play dumb all he wants, or blame my sister, even though the girls came to us first about the abuse and the threats and sexual violations. The pain in my daughter's face as she told me about the sodomization and the forcing to perform oral sex will forever be ingrained in my heart and my mind. My heart goes out to all of his victims. I pray that their voices are heard and they get justice and the solace that they all deserve.
Thank you, ma'am. No one else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Mr. Sneed, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of the people?
I have nothing additional to the victim's signature. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Malaro, anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, just to, point out what the court probably already knows from the pre-sentence report. Mr. Carter has a very minor criminal history, does have a fairly extensive juvenile history. This has been a difficult case. This is clearly obvious for all parties. And there's been a kill of brew agreement, and obviously we'd ask for the foul kill.
Carter, anything you want to say on your own behalf? Verbalize that for me, please.
No.
Judge, we didn't pick him up.
I'm sorry.
We did not pick him up.
Can you say that again?
No.
Okay. In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principal proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others.
The judge acknowledges the victim's courage while emphasizing accountability and protection of society. The sentence reflects both punishment and an effort to ensure long-term safety for the victims.
There's the potential for reformation, vindication for the law, and protection of society. I want to commend the victims in this case for having the strength to come up and make these statements. He may have had control of your life at one point, but you have control of your life moving forward. So I hope that you are all involved in intensive therapy and that you realize this is no reflection on you and that the future is in your hands and you can be successful and get past this with a lot of hard work. And I'm glad that you have the support of your family to do so. So on count 1, it is sentence of court that you will serve 36 months to 15 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections. You have credit for 368 days already served. You are to pay $130 crime victim rights fee, $68 in state costs. You are to remain on the Michigan Sex Offender Registry for life, as well as to be on electronic monitoring for life and comply with all terms of parole regarding the sex offender registry. You will have no contact with any of the victims of this case, directly or indirectly. On count 2, it's a sentence of the court that you will serve 36 months to 15 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections, again with credit for 368 days served.